What happens when a drink meant to soothe becomes a societal storm? Welcome to the gin craze, a tumultuous chapter in history where the streets of London flowed with the potent spirit. In the early 1700s, gin was introduced to England as a cheap alternative to imported brandy, quickly becoming the drink of choice for the masses. Its popularity soared, partly due to the government's decision to allow unlicensed gin production, hoping to support grain farmers and boost the economy. However, this led to a significant social upheaval. The drink, initially hailed for its medicinal properties, soon became synonymous with urban chaos. By the 1730s, gin consumption had spiraled out of control, with the average Londoner consuming over 6 gallons a year. This led to widespread public drunkenness, crime, and social decay, earning gin the nickname Mother's Ruin. The government's attempts to curb the craze through legislation, known as the Gin Acts, initially failed due to public resistance and illegal gin shops. It wasn't until the mid-18th century that stricter laws and social reform began to quell the gin epidemic. The gin craze left a lasting mark on society, shaping urban development and public health policies, and serves as a cautionary tale of unregulated indulgence. What if I told you that one of history's most dramatic sieges remains largely overshadowed? The Siege of Tenochtitlan in 1521 was a pivotal event that led to the fall of the mighty Aztec Empire. When Hernán Cortés and his Spanish conquistadors set their sights on the Aztec capital, they faced a formidable challenge. Tenochtitlan, an island city, was ingeniously designed with causeways and canals, making it a seemingly impregnable fortress. Yet, with the help of indigenous allies, Cortés was able to blockade the city, cutting off supplies and reinforcements. The siege lasted for 93 grueling days, with both sides suffering immense casualties. The Aztecs, led by their valiant ruler Cuauhtémoc, fought fiercely, but were ultimately overwhelmed by hunger, disease, and superior weaponry. On August 13, 1521, Tenochtitlan fell, marking the end of the Aztec Empire and the beginning of Spanish dominance in the New World. This siege not only reshaped the region's political landscape, but also marked a significant moment in the history of colonialism. Yet, despite its importance, the Siege of Tenochtitlan often remains in the shadows of other historical events, a forgotten chapter in the rise and fall of empires. Imagine waking up to a sky so thick with haze that the sun appears blood red. In June 1783, Icelanders faced this horrifying reality when the Loki fissure erupted, spewing a toxic cloud across the land. For 8 months, the ground split open, releasing not only molten lava, but also vast amounts of sulfur dioxide and poisonous gases. This invisible menace drifted far beyond Iceland, blanketing Europe in a mysterious fog that choked the air and made breathing difficult. Crops withered, livestock died, and famine swept through communities. In Iceland alone, a quarter of the population perished as food became scarce and rivers turned acidic. The chilling effects rippled across continents. Reports from France and England described livestock collapsing in the fields and people falling ill. The bizarre summer weather led to failed harvests and hunger from Ireland to India. Some historians even link the widespread suffering to political unrest and the seeds of revolution. The 1783 Loki eruption remains one of history's deadliest and most overlooked catastrophes, a haunting reminder of how the Earth can change the fate of nations overnight. What if one of history's largest slave revolts nearly toppled a mighty empire? In the marshlands of southern Mesopotamia, thousands of African laborers known as the Zanj endured brutal conditions harvesting salt and draining swamps for the Abbasid Caliphate. In 869, led by the enigmatic Ali ibn Muhammad, the Zanj rose up in a desperate bid for freedom. What began as a small-scale rebellion quickly exploded into a full-scale uprising. The Zanj captured key cities, established their own administration, and built fortified towns, creating a rival state within the empire. For nearly 15 years, they challenged the world's most powerful caliphate, drawing tens of thousands of rebels, both enslaved and free, to their cause. Alarmed by the scale and success of the revolt, the Abbasids launched massive military campaigns to crush the insurgency. The revolt's endurance and organization shocked the medieval world, exposing the empire's vulnerabilities and highlighting the resilience and determination of the oppressed. Although eventually suppressed in 883, the Zanj revolt remains a powerful testament to the human spirit's relentless pursuit of freedom, a remarkable story too often forgotten in the shadows of history. Imagine stepping into a world where the future is at your fingertips. This was the reality at the 1964 New York World's Fair, an iconic event that captivated millions with its vision of tomorrow. Held in Flushing Meadows, Corona Park, Queens, the fair was a celebration of human innovation and cultural ambition, embodying the spirit of progress that defined the mid-20th century. The theme, Peace Through Understanding, set the stage for a showcase of technological marvels and cultural exchanges. Visitors marveled at the wonders of the space age, with exhibits featuring cutting-edge technology like the IBM Pavilion's computer demonstrations and the Bell System's picture phone, which offered a glimpse into the future of communication. The fair also introduced the Ford Mustang, a symbol of American automotive ingenuity. Beyond technology, it was a cultural melting pot, with pavilions from around the world offering a taste of global traditions and aspirations. The fair's Unisphere, a massive steel globe, became an enduring symbol of the era's optimism and interconnected world. Though the fair closed its gates in 1965, its legacy of innovation and cultural exchange continues to inspire, reminding us of a time when the world dared to dream big. Imagine ascending to the pinnacle of power in an era where women were confined to the shadows. This is the story of Wu Zetian, the only female emperor in Chinese history. Born in 624 AD, Wu shattered conventions, orchestrating her rise from a concubine to the ruler of the Tang dynasty. Her journey was marked by ambition and cunning, navigating the perilous court politics with skill. Wu Zetian's reign, beginning officially in 690 AD, was revolutionary. She instituted significant reforms, revitalizing agriculture and enhancing the exam system that selected government officials. Perhaps most intriguing was her creation of a new dynasty, the Zhou, breaking the line of male succession. Her rule was not without controversy. Wu faced relentless opposition, accused of tyranny and ruthlessness. Detractors claimed she employed secret police and purged rivals. However, supporters argue that her strong leadership and policies spurred economic growth and cultural flourishing. The legacy of Wu Zetian remains debated, but undeniably fascinating, showcasing a woman's formidable power in a male-dominated world. Her enigmatic life continues to captivate, offering a unique glimpse into an era where the seeds of modern China were sown through the vision of an extraordinary woman. In the 13th century, a revolutionary shift in timekeeping occurred with the invention of the mechanical clock. This innovation emerged from the need for more accurate time measurement, as traditional methods such as sundials and water clocks proved insufficient. The first recorded mechanical clock was installed in a monastery in Italy around 1283, designed to regulate daily schedules for monks. This clock featured gears, weights, and escapements, allowing it to keep time more accurately. Over the next century, mechanical clocks spread across Europe, influencing navigation, commerce, and daily life, leading to a more structured society. It marked a turning point in our understanding of time, paving the way for modern timekeeping. What happens when a city's ruling class is torn apart by internal strife? Welcome to 14th century Genoa, a bustling maritime republic on the brink of transformation. The Genoese Civil War, a lesser-known yet fascinating chapter in history, unfolded between 1339 and 1353, pitting the city's powerful families against each other. This conflict was not merely a series of battles, but a complex struggle for dominance that reshaped the political fabric of Genoa. The war began with the election of Simone Boccanegra as the first doge, a move that disrupted the traditional oligarchic rule by the noble families. Boccanegra's rise to power was seen as a threat by the aristocracy, leading to a fierce backlash. The Doria and Spinola families, two of Genoa's most influential clans, led the opposition, resulting in a series of violent clashes. The civil war was marked by shifting alliances and betrayals, with external powers like Milan and Venice often intervening to exploit the chaos. Ultimately, the conflict led to the temporary exile of Boccanegra and the restoration of the oligarchic rule, but the seeds of change had been sown. The Genoese Civil War is a testament to how internal discord can drive political evolution. leaving an indelible mark on history.